Hoi! I'm here, I'm just not ready. Hi. Hoi. Hoi. No. No, 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 no. Hoi, game guy. Hoi, Carb. Hoi, Hal. How y'all doing today? Look at how early I'm starting to stream today. Aren't I so professional and good at this? Wow. Y'all must be so jelly of my talent. 10 minutes early, almost 11 minutes. Haha. Boom 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 boom. Isn't this the normal time? Shh. 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 Ah. Okay. Hoi! Hoi! How y'all doing today? Exceptional professionalism. Sasuga Brisama. Brisama. Hoi! I was eating food and kind of forgot to start stream. And then I forgot to set up things for stream. Don't worry about it. I'm here now. Hi. How y'all doing? I've asked that like 7 times now. We're playing an RPG today. I haven't streamed an RPG, like a legitimate RPG, over a year. It's crazy. When was my last legitimate RPG actually? Let me look into my files. Let me see. I mean, if we don't count Kingdom Hearts, but I'm not counting Kingdom Hearts. I'm talking about like, you know, like turn-based usually kind of stuff, like Final Fantasy-esque RPGs. That's what I'm talking about here. When was the last time I played something like that? Yeah, I just said the hell. I'm not counting Kingdom Hearts because it's a different kind of RPG. I guess. I don't know. I think I'm thinking of like JRPG or like classic RPG. I'm just 5 steps ahead of the game at all times. Let me see. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's a long time ago. I'm saying, I want to find the last time I played an RPG made you want to check when you last tried Trials in the Sky. Ooh, last tried 2014. Huh. Last I tried it was an hour ago when I booted it up to make sure it was ready for stream. But I bought it like a couple months ago. So I haven't actually played that many like turn-based RPG Final Fantasy-esque kind of stuff. I played a lot of Kingdom Hearts. I've been playing a lot of more like, not Western because they were very much developed and released in Japan, but like the last like true JRPG I played was Persona 4 back in 2020. I finished it January 2021. Good gracious. And like you could technically count like The World Ends With You, but that's a very niche RPG. It's very niche JRPG with a very unique fight style, so I'm not counting it. Even Persona 4 kinda. I mean, no, Persona 4 is very JRPG. It's very. World's End Club? There's no combat! I just walked to the right and then read some dialogue and then moved to the right some more and then read some dialogue. World's End Club is a visual novel. It's a glorified visual novel. Yeah, so my most recent official JRPG is Persona 4 2 years ago. Holy Dinah. Anyway, it suddenly became very hot. I think it's because I think because the reason I get so hot during stream is when I'm just like sitting gaming by myself, I'm just like not moving at all, playing the game, focusing, and then suddenly 5 hours passes and I just don't even notice. But when I stream, I like move around a lot. You just noticed? Bro, did you think I just wasn't on screen? Did you just think I wasn't here? You have a negative 17. That's not good. What is that, wisdom? You have very, very bad wisdom. Actually, that checks out from what I know of you. I just... Thanks for hanging out, Carp. Birding stares at my audience. That's it. Y'all are just too hot. Just too hot for me. Didn't notice a tree in front of your house till like a month after you moved? Wow. That's a new one. Or, you know, the tree might have just grown in the month without you noticing. Like, how often do you go outside, Carb? How often do you go outside and touch grass? You kind of answered this on Monday, that you haven't touched grass recently, but you did touch, like, vines and stuff. But, like, you have to touch grass to notice the trees in your front yard. Words of Wisdom by Bree. Your house has no grass? Get a new house. Just move. Just get a new... How do you have a tree but no grass? Turns out Carb lives in a forest. How do you have tree but no grass? Where's my fan? It's over this way. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. Oh, that feels nice. That feels nice. So I heard somewhere that people who like eat excessively or like get really snackish all the time, I heard somewhere that gum really helps. Was it one of you guys that told me that? I think maybe one of you guys told me that. I don't remember anymore. Concrete surrounded trees. City trees. The ones that they plant for the sake of saying, we planted trees in our city. And they're like thin as a twig, but somehow tall and need support from like 17 beams just to stay upright. I love those trees. One time my mom and I were walking and we found a branch that fell off one of those trees and we were like, we should take it to my brother-in-law who's really into plants and have him be like, what plant is this? What tree is this? And he didn't know. But we got a really cool looking plant out of it. Well, actually, we got a cool looking twig. It's a very thin tree, not a big one. It's a city tree. Okay. Yeah. We tried to get the tree identified and then we tried to grow it as well, but we failed. We failed. It lasted like a day. Mainly because we also needed to like put it in soil and we didn't have soil in our house. And we also couldn't put it outside in the soil because we didn't have room for a tree. I don't know why we tried to grow the tree. We tried to grow a tree and we failed. That was fun. That's just a memory I had since we're on the discussion of trees. I have a scar from a tree. Didn't I tweet about that? I think I tweeted about that. I got a scar from a tree. I got attacked by a tree and lost. I don't even know how, because it happened when I was shorter. And trees are tall. So I don't know how I managed to get beat up by a tree. But I have a scar to prove it. The elusive twig in the mug. Pretty much, probably. It may have been a bush, actually. That would make more sense. But it was some kind of flora. Some kind of flora. If I ever meet any of you in real life, I'll show you my scar. My battle wound. Reach down to swat ya! It's like one of those trees from, I think I'm thinking of Lord of the Rings. I was gonna say Alice in Wonderland, but those are flowers. So I think I'm thinking of like a mix of the flowers from Alice in Wonderland and the trees, the tree ants, the ants from Lord of the Rings. Like a whomping willow. A whomping? Wait, is that a fictional thing? Because there's a weeping willow. Are you talking about like a fictional enemy? Because that also sounds familiar. Hang on. No. Whomping willow. Harry Potter wiki. Okay, yeah, that would explain it. It's Harry Potter. It's Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Yeah. I haven't read Harry Potter in forever and I never watched the movies. I've been thinking of rereading the books though. You're BRB, but you were looking forward to the stream. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We're ending the stream now. Hal is gone. So, thanks for watching. We're gonna end off here and, yeah. I'm joking. I'm joking. Earlier today, I had music practice. I had music practice, and I was like more sarcastic than usual. In like quotations though, like quote more sarcastic than usual. And my sister pointed it out. It was like she was like, you started getting more sarcastic when you got a job, and I was like, no, I've always been sarcastic. I've just never been vocal about it. But I was just very, very sarcastic all day. It was fun. I've become very outgoing recently. Tiny breed, tiny breed, tiny breed, tiny breed. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about specifically that can't be talked about during a game? This is the last stream for about 2 weeks that I can actually scream. So I might scream just for no reason, just because I can. You're welcome. I'm not sorry. Also, new YouTube video is probably going to be coming out sometime this week. Most likely Saturday, but potentially earlier. Look forward to that, I guess. Follow me on YouTube or whatever. Bro, why you so loud? Bro, why you so loud? This is a different... Cause Falcom? I've never heard of Falcom before. This looks like a different picture from when I opened it before. Oh, I tapped out. They make the Yeast games? Did you see that they... I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure you've seen it, Carb. But did you see that there's a mobile game? There's a Yeast Wise mobile game. I've had advertisements for it on Twitter. They made 6 into a mobile game, which is weird. Oh, so it's like an actual one of the games. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. So I shouldn't download it. So I shouldn't download it because it's the 6th in the series. Can you get full 6 on Steam? Is the mobile not full game? You can play the games in any order? Oh, kind of like Final Fantasy. You started the series on 6? Oh! So yeah, it's kind of like Final Fantasy. It's like a series, but none of them really fully connect. Okay. So kind of like how you can play Chrono Cross without playing Chrono Trigger. But playing Trigger first just makes some things make more sense. Jonathan, why are you moving my microphone? Jonathan? Hoi, Soggy! You played like the first hour, then stopped? Is it that bad? Carb dropped it? Soggy dropped it? Smileys? The person who recommended this game. Are you okay? You had life get in the way? Why did you drop it, Soggy? You enjoyed what you played? Okay. You just got distracted by the other 1,000 indie games. 2-hour-long indie games. Yeah? Okay. Jonathan, would you stop moving the microphone? Stop it. Stop! Oh, okay, that was me. That was me that time. How are you doing, Soggy? How are you doing? From what wait, you already said you fairly enjoyed it. Other than saying that you fairly enjoyed what you played, how was it? How's the game? Is it weird? You've been playing Baton Kaitos the last few days? I don't know what that is. RPG recommendation from you is a rare thing. Ooh. I've never heard of Baton Kaitos. Jonathan, get your face off the microphone. I swears. The entire series? You mean like Legend of Heroes? Made by the Xenoblade people? I love Xenoblade! Batten Kaitos is a game that needs you to leave it all for like a week to get something. I love it. I love it. I want to play it. I need to play it now. I love it. I love it. Oh, I tabbed out again. Oh, it's your funeral. Mate, Idios. Idios. I'm a pleb. Should I move? No, I'll just stay standing here on the fireplace. That's fine. Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Estelle. Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he could be home today, too. And how? How? Shara? 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 I don't think I miss streaming RPGs. I don't think I miss streaming RPGs because RPGs have a lot of... I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna move closer. Hi, guys. Hi. 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 I'm moving to my spot. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner.
Hey, I'm home! Hi, game guy! I'm home!
Daddy! You heard from another streamer that if you keep the tab open to support a viewer, you need to have sound on it. That's not true. That's not true. Twitch developers actually clarified that as long as the tab is open, it doesn't matter if the tab is muted or the stream is muted. As long as there is a tab open on your PC that has the stream on, it counts as a view. Jaffa Jidma. Glad you never had to read that out loud. Jaffa Jidma. Jidma. Jaffa Jidma. No, wait, Kaffa. That's a K. Kaffa Jig. Okay, that doesn't flow as well. Kaffa Jidma. That sounds like a bad word. That sounds like an insult. You're such a Kaffa Jidma. Whoa! Okay, but why? Okay, but. Okay, but. Cassius, are you single? Oh, he's gonna die. He's probably gonna die. He's probably gonna die.
Sorry to kept you waiting, Estelle. I don't remember what voice I had. Don't worry about it. Did you take good care of the house while I was away?
Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you?
Nope, I'm as fit as a fiddle. That reminds me, though, I brought you a present.
Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Sneakers are canon in this RPG based on fantasy.
Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry?
I like pretty clothes. They just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present?
Oh, you're a sharp one. Now, why don't you come and have a look?
It's a baby! It's a baby of 6 years old. At 6 years old, he was born without a face. What?
Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? I brought you a boyfriend. I had to knock him out unconscious to bring him here, but here you go. Your future husband.
Why is my present a boy?
Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up.
Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? I thought he was dead. I thought you brought me a dead boy for my birthday. Looks kind of dead if you ask me.
I've treated his wound, so he should be in stable condition. In the meanwhile, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you don't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Just lets it go. Like, man, how weird is it that my dad brought a boy?
Oh, well, time to go heat up some water, I guess. Sure sleeps soundly. And he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that, too. It looks blue.
He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair. And a pair of amber eyes to go with it. He's quite attractive, wouldn't you agree? Definitely good for a future husband material, am I right?
No. That's nice and all, but how about you go clean a fess up?
Fess up?
Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray Mommy?
Where have you been picking up these kinds of words? No doubt from...
Please? Please just give me normal names like Steve and Joe. Please? Please, I'm gonna call him Lizard. Shalizard. Sherazard. Charizard. No doubt from Charizard, I assume. Yep, that's right.
For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business. And I don't even know his name.
You mean bracer business?
Something like that. Oh, look. He's waking up. Convenient.
Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. She's falling in love.
Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try and rest. What are you trying to pull?
Huh?
You must be out of your mind. Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Why? Now that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just worked out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in?
Hey! Bro! You're sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal.
Just who are you supposed to be?
I'm Estelle! Estelle Bright.
She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I had a daughter your age? Now that you mention it... Wait a minute, don't try to change the subject. Get wrecked, boy.
Quit yelling!
I make no promises. You jumping on me like that isn't gonna make me heal faster.
I don't hear you yelling again, do I?
Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse.
Do I hear Y-E-L-L-I-N-G? I almost said W. Welling?
Just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad, though. Yeah, I can see that.
By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Your name. You know that thing that people call you? I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours?
Seems the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... Do we get to name him?
Do we get to name him? Name the child? Name the boy? Is that a harmonica? Oh, it's an opening cutscene. Odd place for one, if you ask me. Oh, is that what we're playing? Dragonfly! Dragonfly, dragonfly. I want to catch it. Put it in my pocket. Eat it later. This is quite the opening. It's telling me nothing about the game. I hate him already. Ew, 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 ew. Okay, you though. Are those missiles? I still don't know what this game is about. It's a bowl. It's a logo? New esports team just dropped. Child. I still don't know what's going on. It's some nice water. The classic nerd with glasses with his eyes closed. That explosion effect. Oh. It's so pretty. Yeah, it looks nice, but I still don't know what the game is about. Egg! I had eggs for breakfast today. Ugh, it's so bright in here. Whoa, they actually move. I slept like a rock. That must be that's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Joshua! Okay, to be fair, I did ask for a normal name. I did ask for a normal name, but not Joshua. Is that us? Are we Joshua? I guess I better get myself ready then, too. Joshua. Every cottagecore fan's dream. It's a very nice cottage. I would live here. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. I'm making her sarcastic.
Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you.
Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind, what with all that siren song of yours, gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. I remember why I don't play RPGs on stream anymore. I can't talk.
What do you mean, woman? We're the same age and I'm hardly a man.
How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, how fortunate for you.
You could at least try to sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs, too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again?
The Whereabouts of Light.
That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. Exactly what you just told me. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks.
Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. They're both very hard.
It's almost like everyone has a different talent and something they're good at and stuff. Guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. Freaking nerd. No girl is gonna be impressed with just that.
Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? Whoa. Whoa! They're perfect for each other. It's enough talking about hobbies for now.
And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago.
Really? I'll believe that when I stop finding beetles in the hallway.
Half the Cath Twitter? What? Who? Half of Cath Twitter. Half. I misread that. I now understand. Morning, Dad.
Morning, Dad. But Dad! Dad! What happened in this time skip? Oh. Why don't you both hurry on down before it gets cold?
I'm coming for my eggies! Bro, why do I have a hot dog? Where's my egg? Why'd you give me a hot dog? I don't want a hot dog for breakfast. Oh wait, that's bread. That's a loaf of bread. I mean, a hot dog is half bread, right? If you put it in a bun. It looks like a hot dog, okay? Looks like a hot dog.
Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle?
Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Like people say, comma, got it.
Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work, too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right, it'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point.
It'd be great if I could have attended those classes. I'm not going to let you treat me like a kid anymore after this.
Still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer.
Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you too.
That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two.
Start? Bro, I'm pretty sure Estelle came out of the womb starting fights with her dad. She just seems that type. It's like her first words were like, put him up, Dad. Fight me 101. Meet me in the Denny's parking lot. We have a test. We have a test? We have a test?
Please tell me that you didn't forget about the test. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning or training. Don't you remember Kara saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck in a ton of extra homework?
Crap, I totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or another. Somehow or other. Star. I don't know how I feel about Estelle.
I honestly don't know how you survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve.
Sieve. You always confuse the title for Zelda. Legend of Zelda. Trials in the Sky. Hoi apple. My brain is already dying. What's a Siev? It sounds, not English.
Papa's sad.
Okay.
How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality?
Wait, careless, under-optimism? What did he say? Is there a log? Oh, no, I just skipped it. Okay. Hey, Smileys! Wait, you've been subbed this whole time? You've been subbed this whole time, Smileys? Weirdo. How you doing? We're playing, your favorite game? This is your favorite game, right? One of them? Right? Yes? Yes. Maybe. Anyways, hi! How you doing? How you doing? Why is the main character named Joshua? One, if not your favorite character. Good. I'm sure I'll love it then. Why are we named Joshua, though? Why are we named Joshua when every other name we've come across so far has been like a freaking keyboard smash of letters? You've been subbed this whole time. You weirdo. Thank you for the support, but you're weird. But I guess weirdos gotta support each other, right? Right. Yeah. 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 What are we talking about? It's test time. Shakira. Shakira's gonna be waiting for us there. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Ah, yeah, Shakira. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad?
Something I'd like to eat, huh? How about Rouen-style scalloped fish in a balsamic vinegar sauce?
That's a big word for Brie. What's that?
I think it's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle, or our stomachs. Here You're right, I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible.
How rude. But I can't actually say he's wrong.
Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberal.
Okay, they just left out the A. They just left out the A. Joshua is a surprisingly normal name. Like, it's just, see, I joked about, like, please just give me a normal name, but then it gave me one. I was like, this is weird. Can't wait until I actually get to the point of the game that's voice acted. Please, please, please. My voice can't handle a full JRPG of voice acting. Please, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I may scream all the time, but my voice can't handle it. I can't.
I'm supposed to be getting the latest edition in today.
Got it. One copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. 500 Mira! J and JRPG actually stood for Joshua this entire time. Joshua are role-playing games. We all role-play as Joshua in every RPG, in every JRPG. Even if there's no one named Joshua, we are Joshua. Allowance money!
No wasteful spending.
I like money. Sorry, I gotta fix this. My camera shifted, so I gotta shift it back. Okay, bye. Be sure to give Charizard my regards. Okay, how do I move? Oh. Oh, I use the mouse to move. What about Joshua from World's Ends with You? Best boy. What about him? This is weird. This is weird. How do I talk? Speak, 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 speak. Okay, paperwork, cool. Have fun. Okay. Can I take this? Can I take this? Can I take this? Can I take this? Can I break this? Can I take this? Take it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Can I? Ooh, pretty picture. Can I take it? Can I take this? Can I take this? Can I take the books? Are these all Joshua's? He's a bookworm, right? Fire, fire, fire. Look out the window. Let's go. Why am I playing as Estelle? He's a Joshua. I like him. He's a butt. Wait, where am I? Wait, where am I? Wait, oh, I'm outside. Oh, I'm outside. Wait. Who puts their bed? Who puts their... Can I change the camera angle? Oh. Estelle is the pro tag? But it's Joshua role-playing game. How do I... Is the game too loud, by the way? Oh! How do I... oh. Bosse? Ruan? Oh, Ruan's the thing that he wanted. Zace? Okay, how do I leave? Okay. Orbment? I'm stuck in the box! I'm stuck in the box! Help! Help me! I can't get out of the box! Ah! How do, okay. Morale, Pummel! Okay. He has knives. Okay, wait, what was I looking up for? How do I... Camp? Oh, that's the menu. Camp is the menu. I've been playing for 35 minutes. Holy Dinah. Can I move the camera angle? Oh, I can also use, oh. So I can, oh, okay. I can use the arrow keys to move if I wanted to. We're on Eli's highway. Okay, that's menu. I'm just gonna start pressing buttons and hope I don't break the game. Oh, that's the map. Okay, how do I... Okay, Emma's map. Standard. Oh, there's a mini map. That's V. Okay. Oh! There it is! There it is! Found it! Okay. Cool. Yeah, who puts their bed... where there's a door? Who puts their bedroom in like right next to a door to the outside? Rest? Always rest first thing in a JRPG. You almost always get money. Wow, I've been lied to. I have been lied to. Is this Joshua's room? Sup? Treasure? Give it. Joshua. How do I switch to Joshua? Joshua in front. How do I Joshua in front? How do I Joshua front. Joshua. Can I? I cannot move the camera. Some places around here have that. You've seen ones where the bedroom itself also has a door to the outside. How do you sleep at night knowing that there's a literal door people can walk through? I could never. I can't even fathom sleeping on like the first floor. Obviously I would if I had to, but it's like too close to the door. Too close, man. Oh. Bucket. Oh goodness. Okay, I'm gonna take my hand off the... How do you run with the... That's... Okay, there must be some way to run. There it is. That's a... Okay, that's a fast walk. That's a brisk walk. How do I run? Wait. Yeah, this is the run. This is a brisk walk. Which is faster. No, it's about the same. Art reminds you of Fire Emblem? Yeah. Like old school Fire Emblem kind of stuff, yeah. Okay. How do I... Standing log for staff practice. Cool. What do I do with it? Stick. Where's my stick? I want to whack it. Pots. Ooh, can I break wood? I want to break wood. Break wood. Okay, I gotta get used to this. Let me know if you get dizzy, because I'm probably also dizzy. Okay, we're done here. Eli's highway. Ooh. Options? Hello? North Roland. 49 Selge. Wait, which way is north? This way is north. We just came from north. That's north. Oh, wait, what's this way? Oh, yeah, I guess this would be the city then. Whatever the place was called. Roland, that's it. Children!
Looks like we made it in time. Not too early or too late either.
We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers.
Well, you're in luck. Today is our last day of training. Truth be told, though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place. So I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did.
You ever just forget that you signed up for something?
Don't hurt the children, I make no promises. Alright, let's go. What's this? General goods! Oh, wait, magazine. New shoes, now you mentioned it. Are there any new ones in stock? No, like the newest Dregas?
Unbelievable. You've actually already forgotten why we came in here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying a copy. Isn't that shopping? Buying a copy of the liberal news, isn't that shopping?
Of course, Star. Why do they want to become forearm protection so bad? I can't think of anything. I can't think of a rebuttal. I did, but it's a bad one. You've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid that the new Stregas aren't out yet. If you're after the latest issue of the Liberal News, though, I should have them in around noon. Noon, huh? That's right in the middle of our training at the Guild House.
We'll stop by again after our training's over.
Sure, I'll be waiting for you. Okay. Can I work here? Hi, welcome to the store. Welcome to the general store. What can I get you today? No, we don't have any shoes because I bought them all. Ooh, let's go raid the upstairs. Woo. Let's go raid. Hello, old lady. Bloom! Morning air is so crisp and fresh. Let's see, it's about time I water my lovely flowers. I'd prefer not to get wet, thank you, ma'am, though. Okay, let's go. What is this camera angle? Okay, this is what it started. Okay. Alleyway! Hang on. What is camera? Free rotation. Free rotation? Wait. Camera angle. Which kind of camera angle are we talking about? Like up and down or left and right? No. Ah, okay, so it's left and right camera, not up and down camera. Okay. We'll keep it there. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, I want free rotation, actually. I'm learning! I'm figuring out what I like and what I dislike. Oh, that's really slow, though. That's really slow. I don't know if I like that. Come here, child. Sup, uni? Aren't Luke and Pat with you today? They were here just a minute ago. The two of them suddenly took off and went somewhere. Good to know. Okay. This is a little weird. A little weird to get used to. What's over here? Person! No, that's not how we... No, wait, I tabbed out. Oh, no, I tabbed out. No, wait, shoot. Okay, we're good. We're good. How do I... This is interesting. I know I just gotta get used to it. And I'm probably doing it wrong. Something good is gonna happen? I have the exact opposite feeling. Especially because you said that. Hello, who are you? Fate? Well, look what the cat dragged in. Estelle and Joshua, how have you been? Good morning, Mr. Fate. How's your father? Is he doing well? Yep, he's doing so well he might even surprise you. I don't think there's anyone else his age who's in such good shape. He hasn't even had any gray hairs in the past 10 years. My daughter's really wanted to see him, but he hasn't shown his face around here in a while. Could you give him a message for me? Tell him that Fate says he'd like to talk about the good old days sometime. Okay. How does Mr. Fate know Dad was so well again? I know they're friends and all, but... I've heard they were battle buddies during their day in the Royal Army. Oh yeah, that's right. How does she not remember this? She is the biological child. I mean, I don't remember what my dad did in the past, but like still. What is, oh, I just left. Orbs? Give me orbs. How are those orbments working? We have orbs? Whether the orbment is good or bad, the problem lies in the way you use it. You're always jumping into things without a second thought, so you end up being slow to learn. No, I don't. You just start thinking before you start swinging, then you learn twice as much. Bro. Excuse me for sucking. There. No need to get upset. Everyone has these problems when they first start out. Who's talking? This guy? The small child? Dearly hope that the formal name for partners in the Royal Army is Battle Buddy. You want this in writing? Two old guys being like, yeah, we were battle buddies when we were kids. Alright, does this matter? This is... Okay, it matters, but it doesn't. Okay, it's just... We'll learn about it later. I'm not gonna talk to you. Okay, where are we? What direction? So this would be north. Which way did I come from? This way, okay. Wait, what's in here? Okay, these are all shops. I don't need to worry about these. Guild? Huh? Bracer Guild. Hello. You look like a lady in an anime that would do the oh laugh. You look like you would insult me and then laugh it off. And then have a redemption 10 episodes into the 12 episode anime. Good morning, Aina. Is Shakira here already? I forgot what name I gave her. Yeah, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to both of you. Let's freaking go. Hi, welcome to the Bracer Guild. What can I get you? We're all out of bracers. Okay. Oh, is that Shakira? No, that's Charizard. Okay. Star in on the Hanged Man, the Hermit and the Magician, and last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shakira. Wait, Shakira and Charizard are the same person? I thought they were different people. I thought Shakira and Charizard were different people. This is why you don't give your characters weird sounding names and then give them a nickname on top of their weird sounding name. Hoi. This is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Since it's my last day of training, I figured why not? I'm ready to get the show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out of your ears like it usually does. Ah, Joshua! Shakira's picking on me! Don't worry, Shakira. While Estella may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rashly and overtly naive, and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything, her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an orbment with some practice. Eventually. Probably. I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you aren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Shakira, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intense. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. Let's learn how to play the game. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. Oh, I actually have to read it? Just throw me in. Orbments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbital energy. A variety of effects can be produced. Just tell me how they... just look. Look, I love lore. I love knowing, like, how the world functions. But also, I just wish it would tell me, like, this is how they work. You know what I mean? Like, if you give me the lore, it's gonna get mixed in with how to actually use them. And then I will just forget both. It's Orbin time! Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention only, these devices play an integral role in all the facets of life from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. Morb. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as orbital revolution. Okay, so is this all just lore because I want to skip it? No, I'll read it.
Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They're cops! They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. Yeah, they're basically cops. In the literal sense. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the bracers in each region. Cool. Liberal Kingdom. I thought those were pills for some reason. I don't think I'm okay. The Kingdom of Liberal, in which we live, sits on the western half of the Zemurian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Liberal is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop ornaments. Can I just call them ornaments? Gummies? The forbidden fruit gummies. Ornament technology has also been a key pillar of support for Liberal in protecting its independence as it has contented with neighboring nations. Okay, here's the thing. She's teaching me things, and when people try to teach me things, my brain shuts off. Am I Estelle? Am I just Estelle? Liberal was invaded by the Erebonian Empire. It was the use of the orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. That was 10 years ago. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberal enjoys peace. Hi, teacher. No, I will not be learning today, thank you. Me at college in a nutshell? That's all. I retained orb. I remember orb. Since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. That was condensed? Aw, shoot. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Shakira? How is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes! That's seriously just what the doctor ordered! I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked on a desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it! Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. But before that, there is something that we need to give the both of you. Aina, are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two. Go get one for each of yourselves. You feel the lore potentially could be cool, but this huge info dump breaks every rule in the book? Yes! See, I like lore by showing, not telling. Like, if you just give me, like, here's some forced lore, I'll be like, ugh. But if you give me an optional library on the second floor of a castle that's filled chock full with lore, I'll be like,
Give it to me. Inhale it, breathe it in. Eat the book to consume the knowledge, you know? It's weird. That's weird, I know. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Drops immediately in a gutter. Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything you may find and where. These kinds of trivial things can often become clues. Is it the bomber's notebook from Majora's Mask? No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Crap, this sounds like it's gonna be a pain. Ah! Please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Keeping an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door. You can see a door. That there's a bulletin board standing by the door. There's also some chairs there. They're not very comfortable. They're actually about to go in the trash. But first of all, I do want you to go check on the job description posted there. When the bulletin board is approached, an exclamation mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display the job list. By selecting the job names on the list, you can view their details. Training, retrieval. Client, Charizard. Pay, $500. Details, direct request. This training will involve searching the sewers. Bring back the contents of a chest. So, okay, that's how I leave. Okay, I'll figure it out. Skips tutorials. How do I play this game? Looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Look, I may not like learning, but I know how to read, Charizard. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a bracer performs on their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there is an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Is that so? Is that so? I don't think that H is supposed to be there. Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha! Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melder's Orbital Factory and learning about how to use its services. Yay, tutorials! He has graciously taken time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior. Okay. Oh, I don't even get to run away. Dang it. Here as well, you will learn how to use an Orbital Factory's services. At an Orb Factory, you can modify your orbs. You can modify your orbs and synthesize support quartz in order to use orb arts. Orb. Sounds like a fan fiction. Arts have a wide range of effects, and if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has had a long-standing relationship with these orbital factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over for me? I have such lovely orbs. Thank you. I'm trying to blink, but I can't. There we go.
So, what is it you would like to know about?
Nothing. Everything but nothing. Honestly, though, just make this optional and I will be 10 times more likely to read it.
Orbits are mechanical devices.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the voice. Orbits are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means that lights, airship, engines, and so on are also types of orbments. So orbs are just electricity. Estelle's gonna Mr. Malders. Gonna make... Oh, Estelle's gonna make Mr. Malders, as in like malding. Gotcha. Got it. The ones we will be discussing today are battle orbs, which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Since each orbment is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for these devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which connect them vary. At any rate, that's the layman's. Just give me a diagram. Just show me. Stop giving me words and just give me pictures. Just give me a picture. It's kind of actually important stuff to know. I know, but it's just... I need pictures. Smileys, can you make up an Emma's Paint diagram of how this works for me? I swear that will probably make me understand it a lot better. You need an open slot. Got it. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be open in an orbital factory like this. It'll take a fair amount of Sephiroth to do. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. What's Sephiroth? Fragments of septium, which are dropped by monsters. Fight things, get Sephiroth, use Sephiroth to get stronger. Okay, got it. Earth, water, fire, wind, time, space, mirage. I feel like some of those aren't actual, like, elements, but okay. Sephiroth can be exchanged for Mira almost anywhere, but at the orbital factory, it can be used to synthesize quartz and to open orbment slots in which to install the synthesized quartz. So you can sell it, but it would make more sense to use it to get stronger. Okay. Orbital arts and magic, which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle orbs. In other words, a number of... So magic. You equip the orb and you get magic abilities. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, the corresponding quartz must first be synthesized in an orbital factory. Orbments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. Okay, yeah. Eat orb, learn magic. Got it. It also changes depending on the elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. If you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with the water element. Okay, yeah. Okay. Circuits made from Sephiroth. Sephiroth can be substituted by Nero. Who? Quartz have a vast number of effects and raise the owner's abilities while simultaneously making it possible for them to use arts. You will not be able to harness any of these effects until quartz has been installed into a slot. There are also fixed slots in which only a certain type of elemental quartz can be installed. Being the case, when you synthesize new quartz... Okay, just show me. Show me. Please, just show me. DMC? Yes. Who? No, like, wait, show me! Show me how it... Several of each type of elements Sephiroth. Show me, in your case, Estelle, and any elemental quartz is okay, but for Joshua it has to be time elemental quartz. Normally at a shop, you would be able to exchange Sephiroth for Mira. But if this training, you will not be able to use... This training... Okay. It's just saying you... Normally you can sell it, but you can't here. I don't know why you would even mention that. Okay, so talk. Oh, I have to go talk to Freddy. Talk. Okay, modify trade. Modify trade. Okay, so... Oh. So okay, I can't open a new slot. I don't have enough, but I can make a quartz. So I need a time one for Joshua, which would be the black one. Speed plus 10%. Sure. And then any of these, except for this one, for Estelle. Obviously, we're gonna kill them before they kill us. Okay, is that it? I want you to increase the arts you can use. Now install a quartz in your orbments. You can use both recovery and attack arts. Both? Quartz can be installed in the orbment screen. The orbment screen is by usually... Okay, so. Orbment. All quartz okay. I lose defense, but I gain strength. Perfect. I get fire bolts. Shoots a flaming ball of fire. Perfect, love it. Soul blur. Emits a time-space shaking pulse. I'm gonna guess faint 20% is like a chance of faint. Is that me? 20% that I will faint or they will faint? Did I do it? Both recovery and attack arts. Look at your orbments and make sure the recovery and attack arts are divided up between them. Figure out this by looking at the arts chart and the brace and notebooks in order to figure out which quartz you need to install. If you're lacking the necessary quartz, then you can set the faint status, which is like a stun. Okay. So I built the wrong orb. I built the wrong orb. I gotta go build the orb. So what if I just made one of all of them? Is there a downside to making one of all? I'm gonna guess that HP will give me a healing kind of thing. Heals HP. Yeah, we're gonna change that as soon as we get the chance. There we go. Can't believe they're forcing me to make Estelle a healer. Jeez. Balance your arts out between each other like you've done here. It should make dealing with monsters much easier. Just kill them before they kill you! It's not that hard, Charizard.
Your bracer notebooks contain information about which quartz allows you to use which arts. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts on your bracer notebooks. Find something that works with you, for you. Okay. Gonna have one of you open a new slot in your orbments. Okay. I'm gonna do it on Estelle so that she can equip fire and water. She will become the avatar. Estelle shall become the avatar. Slot. Estelle. What's the difference between blue and orange? We're gonna find out. No, I don't want to talk to you. No, I don't want to talk to you. Hang on. How do I put that on? There we go. Hello. Okay. You're free to install any type of cords you like. Already done. Wait, I don't get to like go weapon shopping? Just going straight into battle? Is it earth and water aligned? Didn't look like it. It said all orbs okay. Smileys! You're the professional with this game. You know what's going on. Is there a difference? Did you say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Ah! Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for... How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Bye, Estelle! Joshua, help me! Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it, and look, good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm gonna remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua. When you're opening orb slots, it gave an option, like some of them were brown and some of them were blue. I'll show you when I get off of this. Okay, I expect to see both of you what you've learned up to this point. Are you coming down with us? Because otherwise, how are you gonna see? What's wrong, Estelle? Shakira? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there not gonna be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and? And I even made you jot down what you read in their Bracer notebooks, unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells? Oh, what a relief! Sparkle, sparkle. Oh, divine Adios! 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 I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such a wonderful gift as sewers! So what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orbital Factory. Ah, I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you?
Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Adidas?
Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you trying to at least look a little anxious? Just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you.
We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose.
Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, the test will be a search conducted in Roland's sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest, which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either.
Oh, believe me, I'll get lost.
However, there are real living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and get down your guard, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget.
Tear bomb. Gotta make you cry. Monster guide.
It's called the Monster Guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua.
That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shakira. I really need to find out how to pronounce her name. Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test.
Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such.
They're like different chains when adding elemental values to orbital arts. It will add up all the elemental values on the left side. Same with the right side. But they won't be added to each other. Central slots counts for both. So if you put one water on the left and one on the right, it won't count as two water. But if you put both on the left, it will. Okay. Sewer bros can never catch a break. Tear bombs. Gonna make you cry. What is this song? Okay, is this a random encounter kind of thing? Or do I get to see the enemies? Okay. I have choices. I'm gonna get lost. There appears to be a recovery point set up over there. Let's use it if our HP and EP become low before engaging any further battles. Lovely. Get fight! Get fight. Let's go touch it. Boop. Rest. I don't need it, but I want it. I should add myself to the party list in the bottom left. There we go. I'm at the point where you stopped. You really didn't make it that far. Monsters at 12 o'clock.
Careful not to take advantage of your blind side.
Wait, what? Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. Conditions at the start of a battle will change depending on how the monster is engaged. Engaging an enemy from behind is advantageous, while being attacked by an enemy is distant. Okay. Hint. How dare you ban the game? Oh, I'm off again. I gotta move over a little bit. There we go. You're so immersed now. You're welcome. Battle order. Yeah, I got it. I've played RPGs before. Thanks, though. Run. Attack. Just... May also use it to move, but if you're using a mouse... Wait. Attack. Attack an enemy. You may also use it to move if you are using a mouse and click an empty location. The highlighted area indicates the distance a character can move. Is this a bit like Fire Emblem? Strategy RPG? When an enemy is out of range, a thingamajig icon will appear on your cursor. Selecting an out-of-range target will move character close to it as possible, but no attack. It's Fire Emblem! Elemental efficacy. So it's not weak or strong to anything in particular. The dirty rat! It's me. CP, what's CP? Combat points? Wait, what's my range? Wait, I wanted to attack. Wait, how do I attack? Did I have to click on it? I had to click on it. I messed up. I already messed up. Wild Arms? Never heard of it. Okay, I had to click on it. You can attack diagonally. Okay. So I can attack. Yeah, what's my range? I have a long stick, so do I get like 2? Maybe? Oh, I get to move again. Did he just move? Lower percent means they resist. Okay. Okay. That's reversed of usual. Interesting. Dead. That's that then. Joshua spoke. Wait, we start at level 3? Crazy. I got Sephiroth. Welcome to where all the voice acting is. Battle? It's just in battle? I didn't take any damage there. Here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Oh yeah, I have arts. I can burn them. Solely in battle scenes. That's odd. But also somehow not surprising. Difficult to hit with a weapon or those on which physical has little effect. Takes some time before arts can be cast. Also, ECP is consumed when arts cast. All arts have an element. Determine the element most effective against your foe and use it. So art, what's the range? Hang on. So they don't have any particulars. I'm gonna guess though that they're gonna be hard to hit with a stick. So I'm gonna just burn it. Do I have to charge arts? Oh! Okay, so arts are one turn heal. Or no, one turn charge. Got it. Okay. Piece of cake. But it had to be cut somewhere somehow. I mean, not very many RPGs have voice acting, and honestly, most of them are like battle exclusive. So I'm not that surprised, really. Yeah, exactly. As Smiley says, it's older game, and if it's for originally PSP, you gotta limit the what's it called? Memory or whatever? Using crafts? Crafts have other effects besides just dealing out damage. They're worth a shot. I don't want to! Range limits, but can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out or receiving damage during battle. Hint. Crafts are character-specific skills, which not only deal damage, but also have a broad range of effects. Okay, sure. Pummel! This reminded you of your PSP, your days. You had no idea how old it was? Yeah. It's an older game. Shout to encourage allies. Can I move and then pummel? Sure.
Come on.
I feel so motivated now, Estelle. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm ready to go. Come on. Ow.
That's that. Let's move out.
I got a curative horn. I'm already lost. Where? Ooh, treasure. Chest is empty because of you. Nice work, hero. Why is the game being sassy? Door is rusted and appears to be locked. Oh, what a surprise. Another creepy thing. I wish there were an easier way of taking care of them. One blow using a C-craft or S-break should do the trick for just about any enemy. Catch is, their CP has to be at least 100 to pull off one of those moves. These devastating attacks can only be unleashed with this CP gauge is up above 100. Breaks are actions that allow C-crafts to immediately unleash while ignoring the battle order. C-crafts which are unleashed as S-breaks can be changed by going to tactics and then set S-break within the main menu. Examine all the chests after you open them for extra dialogue? Heck yeah. Oh, I've gotten it. I got CP. I got CP. Alright, I guess we'll just go boom. Hint. These are actions which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order once the CP gauge reaches 0. Pull a dad joke card. I'm in the middle of a battle, Apple. Yeah, they're not really rats. They look like a finger. It's like there's like the knuckle and then the knuckle and then there's a little there's the little fingernail. I don't know if y'all can see it. Where are my dad jokes? I cleaned my desk recently. No, wrong drawer. There they are. Okay, this one's a bit of a long one, but trust me, it's worth it. Predecessor to Elden Ring? The 3 fingies? Okay, Apple, here's your dad joke. A clam diver named Juan found an injured sea otter at the beach, brought it home, and nursed it back to health. From the moment the grateful otter was feeling better, it never left Juan's side. It even learned to dig for clams. One day, a man came to Juan's house looking to hire him for a week. His wife answered the door. Sure, his wife said. It'll cost you $500. That much, he said. Sure, you're getting my husband and his otter. They bring up more clams than anyone else in town. I just want Juan. I'll hire him alone for $350, the man countered. Sorry, she said. You can't have Juan without the otter. I gotta put my fan back. That one made me laugh when I read it. It broke you? Good. I bought a dad joke calendar. But I was like, a while ago, I kind of like was reading through them, getting rid of all the bad ones. So I wouldn't have to waste time like reading it ahead of time or whatever. Or like giving you guys a bad dad joke. Press the red button to unleash S-brake. Okay. Press the brake button to try unleashing an S-brake. If you're using keyboard, you may use the 1 to 4 number keys. Spoilers that we can hold 4 party members. Jeez. Boop. Can I do anyone? This guy.
Here I come.
Get wrecked! Bump. Boop. Boop. Goodbye. Wow.
That's that then. Let's move out.
One heck of a shot. Got another bone. Hello! Which tutorial are you gonna get me? Oh, that's the treasure chest we're after? Shoot. If we made it this far, the rest is gonna be a piece of cake. Seems like we've got a little breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. Yeah, this is just standard strategy stuff. I've been playing... Game. I've been playing Triangle Strategy for the past, like, 6 months. I think I know a thing or two about, battle order. I get my mad skills I learned from the tutorial. Yay. Bonuses allotted to the battle order. If bonus icon appears next to a character's icon, they receive that bonus. Heal HP, step up, etc. No, I don't think it was 6 months ago. I couldn't remember. It's been a while though. Quite a few months. Is this single or dang it, it's single. I just would like to whack. I just want to throw a fireball in a tiny room and kill everybody, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Haha, you missed. Haha, you missed. Ow. Come on, Estelle. Sepheth up. Oh. Okay, I get it. So, like... Hello, Kelloster. Kelloster. Yes, this is my first Trials game. Yes. Okay, so yeah, so you want to look at the battle order, because then you can think of like, okay, well, I want to kill this guy, so that battle order shifts up so that Estelle gets the heal kind of stuff. Right? Am I understanding that correctly? I'm gonna whack him. What is this again? Morale and okay. I'll learn this eventually. I want to burn stuff. Burn. Oh, right. You gotta charge it. Dang it. Dang it. Ah! Dead. Okay. So, see, here's the thing. I don't want to kill this guy now, because if I kill wait. Which one is that? Is that this guy or that guy? How do you tell? Well, either way, I don't want to risk killing this guy, because then this will shift up, and then Estelle won't get the heal. You are correct. You are correct. Thank you, Carb. And smileys. So far, I am enjoying it, yes. So far, I'm enjoying it. It's been a lot of tutorials, though, and I don't do well with the tutorials and reading. And yeah, but... Good night, Apple. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. Well, in that case, I will prepare a soul blur for this guy. Let him hang out. Oh, okay, he got the heal, but that's okay. They both needed the heal, I guess. Okay, and then I can attack this guy. Okay. Oh, I can turn the camera. Okay, apparently I can turn the camera. Hello. Hello. Whack. I can't attack, but I can move. I did it.
That's that then.
That's that then. That's a lot of Sephiroth. I'm gonna ignore that. Wow, it's a wall! I can't turn the camera, okay. Small box. I found a box in a box! And then a box in another box. I opened the box to find the box, and it's opened up that box to find another box. It's Christmas all over again. That's weird. There's a couple of boxes inside the treasure chest. The fact that there's just not only just one, but two is kind of interesting too. Wonder what's inside. Remember, Estelle, our mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside these boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective. You're no fun at all, Joshua. This has nothing to do with our mission. It's about what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the only ones down here. We can get away with a teensy-weensy peek, right?
If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means, be my guest.
Did you just say the F word?
Joshua! Not the F word! This is a family-friendly Christian stream!
Cedric 19, hoi! How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Don't open an old blue box to get an old blue box. To get an old blue blocks. To get a Jello pie? Curiosity killed the Estelle? Turns out to be one of those package thief glitter bombs. Okay, but Charizard would though. Charizard gives me the vibes that she would though. Just making some dinner. I hope you have a good dinner. What you making? Chicken nuggies? Spelling it wrong. It was an old Ragnarok Online reference. Never played it, sorry. If this were a real job, the contents of those boxes would belong to the client. And as long as they were nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. I know you're right, Joshua, but I just can't help myself. If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not ask Miss Shakira when she get back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here. All right. Shakira. By looking inside this chest again, you flunk! Just kidding. LOL. Oh, I'm already lost. I told you I'd get lost! Might as well. You would too if you had to teach Estelle. Good work, you two. As a rule of training, I'm going to need to confirm the items in your possession. Here's your small boxes. They're the real deal, all right. I don't see any evidence of tampering either. That was a close one. I figured she would try and set us up like that. Congratulations to the both of you. You have successfully passed your qualification test. You didn't really think something that simple would be a problem for us, did you? So, Shakira, what in those boxes did you had get us? What box in get us you? You ate the salad just waiting for the flat iron steak? Oh, you are dining tonight. Let's freaking go, Cedric. That's enough chit-chat for now, so let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do. Seriously? But didn't you just say we passed the test? You still have to learn about how to report the results of your work. Paperwork! Yay! Yeah, paperwork! Let's freaking go! Trials games are amazing. I do hear good things. I mean, honestly, I've not really heard of any of them besides this one. But I am enjoying this one so far. And if I do enjoy it all the way through, I would definitely consider trying the others as well. So far, looking good. Paperwork, clearly it's time to take account of all the fat tax fraud from last stream. We're not gonna write that down. We ripped up that paper, don't you remember, Carb? We ripped it up. There is no proof of our tax fraud because we ripped it up. When is this game gonna be over? Oh well, no sense in giving up when the finish line is in sight. I've forgotten how to talk again. Your final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it is your duty to report the results of your work to the guild. Reporting how you resolved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all part of your job as a bracer. You can report your results in the front desk in each guild branch, and as you already know by now, Aina is in charge here at the Roland branch. In addition, this is where you will be paid for your work. I like that part. I like getting paid. I look forward to seeing great things from both of you. Now that we're here, why don't you both go ahead and report the results of today's training? Excuse me. You played and beat them all in nightmare mode? Well, look at you go. Little gamer over here. Tax fraud, good thing you graduated from law school. It might be a lawyer in a few months. Quick, delete the VOD. Delete the VODs now. Hello. Report. I got payments. Where's my payment? What's my... Oh yeah, it was $50. $500. But yeah. Current rank is Junior Bracer, 9th class. Good job, you two. It seems like you were able to complete your objective without running into any major problems. Another thing to take note of is that depending on how you handle a job, you may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of Mira isn't the only thing you will receive. You will also accumulate points, which are known as BP. BP are an indication of your achievements as a bracer. So, do tasks, get BP, rank up, get better tasks, get more BP, rank up, rinse and repeat. Got it. Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna voice act the whole game. Definitely have a good amount of water hand. Oh yeah. It's a JRPG, brother. It's a JRPG. I'm aware. Smileys, did you forget that I voiced V3 and Goodbye Despair? Come on, man. I know it was a while ago, but... Alright, goodbye. Oh, I missed a joke. Sorry. Something about bones. I like bones. I like them in my body. It's very nice. Let me say it again. Good work, you two. You have now officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you will be learning from your own real-world experience. Well then. 2 small boxes! Aren't those boxes the ones... In answer to your question, yes. These are the boxes you retrieved during today's tests. You seem awfully curious to find out what's inside, Estelle. Are you saying that's okay if we open them? That's right. Why don't the both of you have a look and see what's inside? Sweet! Alright, let's have a look. Badges! We're official! Let's go! It does have voice act. This game has voice acting too. This game is basically fully voiced battles. Like, come on. Estelle literally said, come on. It's not, it's fine. I'll be fine. Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright. Beginning this day at 1500 hours, you are both hereby appointed as junior bracers within the Bracer Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. Congratulations, you two, and welcome to the fold. Da-da-da! Did you hear that, Joshua? We've become members of the Bracer Guild! So I'm a bracer now, huh? I think the realization is only just now beginning to sink in. Come on, Joshua. You should be jumping for joy or running around and screaming at the top of your lungs like this. Look at this now, world! We did it! Sorry, Mom.
I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed.
Sorry, chat.
I hate to interrupt the celebrations, Estelle, but I need to take off now. I have some backed up work that needs my immediate attention.
We understand. You have been spending a lot of extra hours working with us during the busy time for the guild. Before you head out, Shakira, I just wanted to say thanks.
Likewise, I appreciate all the trouble you've gone for us, Shakira.
Okay, does anyone know how to pronounce her name? I can't take Shakira seriously. Is it just like Shira? It's like Shirazard? Charizard? Shariz? Charizard. That's dumb. Shara? Charizard? It's like when you have a really rare Charizard card, but you give it to your friend and under loan. Like, here, you can borrow my Charizard. It's Charizard. That's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. Bro, our data trained Shakira. It's like the MTG card that forces you to stop playing Magic, then immediately start playing a separate game of Magic. I forgot that card existed. I don't think I ever had it, but I heard about it. So that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh?
There's actually much more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. As for the both of you, work hard to become full-fledged bracers early on so you can help guide those new recruits who come after yourselves. And in time, I hope to see you both become respectable bracers like your father. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought.
Bye! I just don't get it. This is Charizard. Charizard. AKA the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young bracers we're talking about. So why is it that she holds Dad in such high esteem? He just seems like nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who is always going out doing who knows what instead of being a father. Estelle has daddy issues!
From your viewpoint, it doesn't come up as a surprise that you would see him in that fashion. Let's hurry and head home. We should let Dad know that we qualified as junior bracers.
Right. What time is it? Can I have this? No? Okay. Outside. Bucket! Bucket! Give me the bucket! Give me the bucket! I'm kicking up dirt. I'm kicking up dirt, guys! Man, we're dirty. Man, we need a bath. You know what? We're probably stinky. We were kind of hanging out in a sewer. We're kind of stinky. Hello. No, I want to talk to this guy. Ridge. Oh, hi, Ridge. Looks like your training's over. I'm humbled to know that you two are the youngest ever to pass the bracer exam. Heck yeah, we are. Yu-Gi-Oh card UG Friendship, which says offer your opponent a handshake. If they accept your handshake, each player's life points become half the combined life points of both players. If you have Unity in your hand and show it to your opponent, they must accept the handshake. Bro, trading card games are funny. They're really funny. They're hilarious. Okay, bye. We gotta buy that magazine! Oh, the child. Uh-oh, the child. The child, Luke. Luke and Pat. Oh, it's you two. Oh, great, it's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, you little twerp. What's with the "oh, great, it's Estelle" remark? What's the big hurry? How about telling us where you're headed? You're not thinking about wandering out out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters, I hope you know. You're such a pest, Estelle. Don't you know there's no room for girls to be sticking their big fat noses in boys' business? Boys in chat, is this how you act? Quit acting like you're a bracer, you wanna be. How wrong you are, Luke. How incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than a fool who thinks there's better tasting milk in liberal than the milk that comes from the Purzel farm. What? No way. You're full of it, Estelle. In fact, just as of just a few minutes ago, we qualified to become real bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real bracers.
Or like bracers in training, really. Don't think you should be getting on your high horse just yet, Estelle. Now a high pony on the either hand.
Quit being a killjoy. Wow, you two are great. I'm so happy for the both of you. Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy. Unlike that smart aleck and cynical bracket you call a friend. This isn't fair. I was supposed to become a bracer first. I can accept that Joshua became a bracer before me, but getting passed by the legs of Estelle? What's the legs of Estelle supposed to mean? Just so you know, you can't even be a bracer until you're 16 years old. Get it? Only mature people allowed. And that means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school.
I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back. Get wrecked, Estelle!
You're a real bracer now, Estelle. Pat, pat. It's okay, Estelle.
Man, Estelle getting worked up over a child, though. How immature.
Better watch out, Estelle. I'm gonna go train in my secret base. Before you know it, I'm gonna be a bracer too. Come on, Pat, let's go. Alright, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua.
They're gonna die.
That boy Luke, he's always trying to pick a fight with me.
And you always enable him.
What if he's just plain hates me or something?
Rather, I think it's the exact opposite.
What do you mean by that?
Don't worry about it. It's just a boy thing.
Sorry, I'm getting my voice ready again. I kind of lost it.
Do you think Luke meant... What do you think Luke meant when he said secret base? I don't know why, but somehow it makes me a bit curious.
I know exactly what you mean. A secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child can be so inspiring sometimes.
It's not really what I meant by curious.
Don't forget the magazine!
Y'all forgot, didn't you?
We became bracers, yeah, we did. Maybe I should have you start calling me Hyper Bracer Estelle from now on.
By the way, Mr. Renon, did the liberal news come in?
Yeah, it came in a little afternoon. Don't brush me off like that. Oh, whatever, I'll take a copy then.
Comes to 100 Mira.
Bro, Dad gave us $400 an allowance. It's crazy. I know my dad always buys a copy of this magazine, but does it really sell that well?
It sure does. The Liberal News has an excellent reporter and a camerawoman who have done a great job reporting the latest and most reliable news. They're even supposed to have a running story related to Queen Alicia's birthday celebration. One more thing before you go. This gift is my way of saying congratulations. It's a free sample item I received with my shipment of goods. But don't hold the free part against me.
Recipe book? There's cooking? I suck at that. I'm really bad at cooking. What's this supposed to be for? There's a ton of blank pages. Oh. Well. Sorry, this is useless to me now. When you get hurt fighting, if you just limit yourself to healing bombs all the time, it's going to cut pretty deep into your wallets. This is where a recipe book comes into play. If you eat food to recover your strength instead, it's basically free. All you have to do is do the work to find the ingredients and then work to cook it. Is that a sewing machine? Assuming you have the ingredients, how about we try this out? Go ahead and eat this cookie. Delicious. I have made it a personal rule to never turn down sweets. 8 maple cookie. Learned a maple cookie recipe. Imagine eating a food and just instantly, like that, being like, I know exactly how to make this. No one would be able to have a bakery anymore. All you have to do is eat the food to learn the recipe. It's simple as that. As you travel about, you should eat whatever food you come across. Even the stuff off from the trash? Renon is giving me permission to eat from the trash can, guys. Guys. That 3-week-old taco from the back dumpster? I can eat it now. Trash food! Yeah. That sounds pretty convenient. It's not that I don't like cooking and all. It's just that I never seem to get any better. I sure love to be able to increase my repertoire and really shock my dad's taste buds for once in my life. That's the spirit. And in passing, if you're in need of any ingredients, I'd be delighted to service your cooking needs. You really know how to solicit your customers, Mr. Renon. Thank you for the recipe book. We'll put it to good use. Eating the recommended dish at restaurants or using go-to meals adds the recipe to the recipe book. Oh. All learned recipes will be displayed as long as the necessary ingredients are available as food can be made. 2 types of food. Sit-down meals, which might be eaten on the spot, and to-go meals, which can be carried as items. Okay. Alright. Okay. How do I move again? Is this a sewing machine? Cool. I have a bad feeling that when we go home, something bad is gonna happen, and I have a bad feeling about it, so I feel like it would be a bad idea to go into it now, because we're at 2.5 hours, and now it seems like a really great time to stop. Oh, I'm leaving. Mayor's residence. Oh. He'll never see me here. How do you save? Like that. Bucket. Hello, can I come inside? Thank you. Hello. Mrs. sometimes helps me with my jobs around the house. Cool. You have any food? I'm hungry. You have any food? Hello. Mylene. Okay. Got any food? Wine. Got any food? Food chest? Treasure. Food. In here? Can I steal stuff? I want to rob the place under their noses. Give me all of your stuff. Please, I'm begging thee. I beg of thee. Let me take something. Anything. I don't care if it's a flower. Just give me something. Oh.
Love the city. There's just something warm and inviting about Roland. I want to build a city that gives importance to that atmosphere.
Good for you! Can I break the safe? I gotta remember I'm a cop now. I can't just go stealing things. This is the worst. Why'd the game force me to become a cop? I want, give the badge back. I don't want it anymore. That's the real reason this game doesn't let you steal stuff. Because you're a cop. Clearly you can steal everything as evidence. I can't wait till Estelle realizes that. Cool. Oh. Cool. Oh. Cool. Okay. Hello. Ida. Is that a cat? Malgatrail. Okay, okay. I'm just looking at, hello, child. Okay, yeah. We are bracers, yeah. Lovers? We're family. Joshua's adopted and things go either way in the future. Okay, but... leaving it at that would surely please the readers. Readers? This child is breaking the fourth wall. This child knows what's up. Oh! I can just... Quick menu. She knows. Hello. My son passed and gone since this morning. He's dead. Thanks to the airliners in recent days, even Roland has been able to get the good selection of books. Get the good cush. Okay. Oh, I got a book! Heck yeah! There you go, Joshua. Read up. Tell me the synopsis. Hello, old lady. So when I thought Luke had come home, he took out the door again. That dang boy always taking the door. It's a miracle he can carry it all the way. Wait. Notebook. Read. I'm a bracer. I live in a small rural town and maintaining peace in the region is what my job is all about. Today, I received some job requests from a few clients. So I set off for where the duty called. My first job was to milk some cows on the farm nearby. The next was to help turn over some fields. Who was anyone kidding? That kind of job was a cinch when it came to my skill with a pitchfork. For my last job of the day, I was to babysit. At first, I thought watching it... Okay, so this is just his... Luke. It's Luke's diary, and he's pretending to be a bracer. It's cute. I guess. Bar! Wait, it's a cafe. That's also a bar. Can I work here? Hello? Wholesome pasta. Diabetes! What's up? We're eating some pasta. I like pasta. French fries! Why is it wholesome? Because it's pasta. Because it's pasta! Are you saying you don't feel the nice warm fuzzies in your stomach after you eat pasta? Hey. Pasta has too many carbs and you'll go straight to your thighs. Carb is right here. Why are you talking about him like this? This is carb slander. Does this matter? Hello. Welcome! Oh, it's still Joshua. It's been a while, hasn't it, Alyssa? Is something going on today? Could it be that you're on a date together? Yeah, right. But anyway, check this out. I am officially a real bracer. Cool. Don't bracers have a lot of dangerous gobs? Yeah, something like that. Okay. Yep. Just two siblings hanging out. So pretty much all of these conversations seem to be like, why does this entire town ship these two together when they themselves see themselves as siblings? That's a little weird. Too many of you and you will pile up people's thighs. And you can hide behind the pile of dead meat. That's one way to look at it. Can I get to the back? Hello. There are two kinds of enjoyment that comes to food. Put bluntly, they're eating and cooking. Okay, cool. I don't like cooking. I just like eating. Make me the food, please. I'm just gonna leave. I'm done. This game is too scary. What? What's wrong with it? It's just two siblings having fun. We forgot about going home, apparently. Okay. No, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I guess we're watching this one cutscene first. I just tabbed out. Oh, hi, Aina. Is something wrong? You seem to be quite a hurry. We've got a bit of a problem. Is your father at home today? Yes, he is. He said something about having to sort out a bunch of documents. But what's going on? You know Luke and Pat, right? Sure we do. In fact, we saw them not that long ago. What's wrong? Are they in some sort of trouble? I don't know how to say this, but I just heard from Uni that Luke and Pat ran off to the tower that lies to the northern outskirts of Roland. You mean the Tower of Esmalus? Isn't that the place supposed to be breeding ground for monsters? That's what they say. Unfortunately, at the moment, Charizard is out on other bracer business, so I want to ask your father to bring the boys home safely. What are you talking about? There's no time for that. Joshua and I will go after them and bring them back. I don't know if that's such a good idea. The two of you only just got qualified to be junior bracers today. With all due respect, I believe that Estelle's judgment is correct in this situation. If the two of us hurry, we may even be able to catch up with the boys before they reach the tower. I understand. I will take responsibility for whatever happens. You know, you could always just let us go ahead, and then you go see our dad and tell him the situation, and then he can catch up with us and, like, kind of give us backup. Estelle's judgment is correct? That can't be right. Okay. We'll go get the children. Taking the western path at the junction along the Malka Trail. You can get to the Malka Trail through Roland's northwest gate. Never eat shredded wheat. Okay. I'll be on standby at the guild, so if you run into any trouble, you know where to find me. This is our first real job. Come on, Joshua. We don't have any time to lose. I'm right behind you. See, this is why I didn't want to go home, because I knew the next part of the story was coming up. But oh well. Okay. Exit. exit. Well, that was fun. That's a fun game. I think I will enjoy this game. I do believe I will, in fact, enjoy this game. However, I won't be playing it for about 2 to 3 weeks. Because I have family coming for the next 2 weeks, and they have children who will be sleeping in the room right next to mine, and I don't really want to be screaming. So the next 2 weeks are kind of going to be more chill, more quiet streams. ASMR streams, don't quote me on that. I'm not doing ASMR. But yeah, basically things that I can just, you know, chat and not scream. It's that kind of stuff. So, but we'll be back to this at some point. Because it's fun. Okay. Let's see if there is anybody we can raid. Bro, you can still clip me. Quote me. No. No. Who's this? Oh. Y'all want to watch Final Fantasy VII? Or do you want Final Fantasy VII singing New 7 or Power Wash Simulator? What do y'all want to watch? New Final Fantasy VII singing / karaoke / chatting Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII? Oh, she just started too. How lovely. Alright, let's raid Yulia then. That's a caps lock. Perfect. All right, we're gonna go raid Yulia. Go show her some love. She is a Princess Knight VTuber. Very sweet. She's an elf. Playing new Final Fantasy VII. I probably won't be staying super long because I don't really want to be spoiled for it because I want to play it myself at some point. But right now she's just doing like pre-game chatting. So just go say hi. Give her a follow. She's really sweet. And, yeah, I need to go get more water. Good night, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Everyone who's been lurking as well, thank you for the lurks. I'll be back on Monday with something. I don't know, but we'll figure it out, okay? Okay? Also, if you missed it, I gotta talk quick, but new YouTube video coming up sometime this week. I don't know what day, but sometime this week. So go follow me on YouTube. And yeah, anyway, okay. Goodbye, guys. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Be back on Monday, okay? Bye!